Hi there, this is Harry and welcome back to Advanced English Lessons with Harry, where I try to help you to get a better understanding of the English language. If you're preparing for some proficiency exams, or if you're preparing for a job interview, or if you just simply want to improve your business English or your conversational English, well, you've come to the right place. In this particular Advanced English lesson, we're going to look at expressions and phrases, how you can encourage somebody by using English. So expressions to encourage somebody in English. They're advanced expressions, okay? I've got 10 of them. I'm going to go through them with you. Then I'm going to give you a situation, perhaps when you can see it working, and then you can use that as well. Okay, so I said there are 10 of them. Let me go through them. Okay, now a lot of these, as you'll hear when I've said them there, it's a lot to do with intonation, and the intonation can change and put different emphasis on it. So I'll try to introduce that when I'm giving you the situations that I feel work for these particular expressions or phrases. Okay, so let's look at the first one. You can do it. Okay, so there's an exclamation after this. You'll see it on the screen. You can do it. Yeah, so if you're really trying to encourage somebody who's feeling a little bit deflated. I don't know about this exam. I'm not even sure if I can pass. I'm not even sure do I want to pass. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You've been studying hard. You've been working hard. After all, you know what it means. When you get it, you'll be able to get the better job and you'll be able to get more money. You can do it. You can do it when you try. Okay, so it's all about encouraging somebody to do something. They know they can do it. They just need that little encouragement from you. You can do it. Next, it might work out fine. Okay, there's a bit of a risk that it won't work out, but it might work out fine. Yeah, why not? It might work out fine. What have you got to lose anyway? You could have to try. It might work out fine. So, somebody's worried about their job. They're not so sure whether they should accept the job because it's going to mean changing location. Perhaps they're going to have to change schools for the kids. And when they talk it over with their partner, they say, come on, this is a great opportunity for you. You know, there's risks with everything, but it might work out fine. The kids will settle very quickly. Okay, for a couple of weeks, they might be disorientated. But kids are like, they make friends very easily. The biggest problem will be for you or me, but I think it might work out fine. So let's go for it. Okay, so it might work out fine. Next one, don't give up or never give up. So if you're trying to encourage somebody, then, it's easy for somebody to give up. They try to do that 10th exercise and they can't get past it. They try to get on to the next level of their computer games and they can't get past it. They try to get onto C1 in English, but they don't seem to be able to get past the B2 level. So it's easy to give up and say, well, look, that's it. It's not for me. But if you want to encourage people, then you say, look, never give up. Don't give up. People who give up always regret it later on. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but you know what? Just put in that little bit of extra effort and it will work out for you. So never give up. Okay, so we should always encourage our kids that way. If they want to do something, they want to be successful, you got to try. The Einstein and all these famous inventors, they didn't give up the first time they tried to do something. They tried and tried and tried. And then eventually, that's it. Eureka, the eureka moment, it worked. So never give up, or simply don't give up. Yeah. If you're running a marathon and you hit the wall at 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers or 35 kilometers, all the people around you will be saying, come on, don't give up. You can do it. Just walk out, run a little bit more slowly. You'll get there. You've come too far to give up now. Don't give up. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's a little bit similar to it. It might work out. I'm sure it'll be fine. You say, look, don't read too much into it. Don't overthink it. Oh, I'm always telling this to my beloved wife. She overthinks things. And so I'll tell her, don't overthink it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Things always work out at the end. It'll come good. I'm sure it will be fine. So you might do something, you might have made a little mistake, or, the way we are always our worst critics and our own worst enemies. So when we do something, I'm not so sure I did such a good job. I don't think the interview was really so good as I thought it might be. Maybe I could have answered that question better or differently. I'm sure it'll be fine. They haven't contacted you to say you're dismissed or you've been dropped from the panel. So let's see what happens. I'm sure it will be fine. Another way of expressing it, you never know. Well, of course, we never know. Yeah, I mean, things have a habit of changing. Things have a habit of changing very quickly. So, yeah, exactly. You never know. You never know what might happen. You never know what the next day is going to bring. Okay, so when you're trying to encourage somebody, if they don't try, well, if you're not in, you can't win. So you never know. So for the kids, when they're entering a competition, well, look, if you don't go in for the competition, certainly you have no chance of winning. But if you enter the competition, you never know. You might have a bit of inspiration. Somebody might like your particular art compared to somebody else's. And anyway, it's not all about winning. It's about competing. It's about making yourself better. It's about you being as good as you possibly can in this competition, in this exam, on this particular day. So, you know what? You never know, but try. Try, try. Try, try, and try again. My grandmother used to say that to me. Never give up. Try, try, and try again. Looking at this particular lesson, and if you do like the lesson, please, if you can, like the video and also subscribe to the channel because it really, really helps. Another way of giving people some encouragement is the expression, keep up the good work, or simply keep at it. Now, this is an expression bosses like to use to give a little bit of encouragement to the workers. It's a good idea if you're the manager, line manager, or whatever manager you are, when you walk around the room or you meet the colleagues, to give them a little bit of praise. Yeah, keep up the good work. You're doing really well. Keep at it. We're getting there. Things are improving. You're really settling into the company well. Keep at it. Keep up the good work. You've got a bright future. So these are good words of encouragement to hear. And this is how we should use them. So if you are a boss, if you are a line manager, people like to get some sort of gratitude. They like to get some sort of praise. They like to be inspired, and simple words can inspire them a lot. It's not about money all the time. It's not about promotion. It's just simple gratitude. Keep up the good work. You're doing really well. Keep at it. Yeah, you've got a bright future. Give it a try. Well, this is a great way to encourage people. How do you know unless you try? You want to take up a new sport. I think I'll give it a try, meaning I'll see what it's like. If I don't like it after 3 or 4 weeks, well, I can try something else. So perhaps you're looking at some of these sports like judo, or perhaps you're looking at some other sport or gymnastics or something that you haven't done before. Perhaps it's learning another foreign language, French, Italian. I'll give it a try. I really like languages. I'd love to be able to speak those languages better. I really want to travel more. So I'll give it a try. So to give it a try means to attempt to do something. You might not be successful, but you know what? Sometimes when you give it a try, you get to like it and you keep going and going. It might not be perfect the first time, but you'll get better. So give it a try. All right. So it's perhaps sitting your driving test. Maybe you don't feel so comfortable with some of the rules. Maybe you don't have enough experience, but you won't know until you try. So when you give it a try, you can be successful. So give something a try, attempt it, okay? What do you have to lose? Well, this is a good way of facing difficulties. What's the downside? What's the worst that can happen? So I often say to people, if they don't ask, they will never find out. So what's the worst somebody can say? They can say no. So, if that's the worst, then you might as well ask. Yeah. So if you're asking your boss, can you have more responsibility? Then if you don't ask, you'll never know. If he says no, you're no worse off. Okay. If he says yes, you're a winner. Okay. So you have to try, and that's what have you got to lose by not asking. Okay. What do you have to lose by entering the competition? If you've got a good voice and you want to enter a singing competition, but you're not quite sure, your friends will give you the encouragement. Well, what have you got to lose? You've got to go through some preliminary rounds, and if you're successful there, you get into the final stages. More practice, more experience. It could be a bit of fun. If you start off and you don't think you can win, well, every step you go further is a little bit of a win for you. Okay, so what have you got to lose? Bit of fun, bit of entertainment, a chance to get yourself on that stage, a chance to test yourself against other people. You know you can do it. It's just a question of how you measure up against other people. So what do you have to lose? Nothing really. No reputation at stake, no money at stake, nothing to lose. Keep pushing. Well, when we tell people to keep pushing, we mean keep trying to move forward. Keep pushing yourself, yeah? Keep pushing yourself to be better. Keep pushing yourself to learn more. Keep pushing yourself to perform better. It's after all what it's all about. Particularly, for example, if you go to a gym, you have to keep pushing yourself. You go the first day or first 2 days, you're as stiff as a poker when you wake up the next morning because the muscles are really, really sore. So you push yourself to go the next day. And after 3 or 4 weeks, the exercises become easier and easier. So you've got to do something a little bit quicker or a little more frequently, or you have to lift some extra weight. So you have to keep pushing yourself to perform well. Okay, so keep pushing and you'll achieve some sort of success. And then finally, hang in there. Well, now this is when you're up against the wall, your back's to the wall, and you've got really, you're not sure whether you're going to succeed or fail, but somebody will say, come on, you can do it. Hang in there. Yeah, you've got another 4 kilometers to run before you get to the end of the marathon. Hang in there. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. Or perhaps it's about some exam, it's in 4 or 5 stages. You've got through the first 3 to 4 stages. You're in the last leg of it. You've got 2 parts to complete and you feel like giving up. It's, oh God, I've got to still do some more study. So somebody will say to you, come on, hang in there. You've only got 2 parts to do. You've done 3. You've done really well up to now. So just give it another few days and then you can breathe a sigh of relief. It will be all over. So hang in there. So hang in there is when something is getting a little bit tough, a little bit difficult. You're not so sure whether you can continue, but you need that encouragement for others. So come on, hang in there. You can do it. Okay, so the same with English. You want to get to the next level. Hang in there. Don't give up on your lessons just because something got a little bit difficult. Don't give up because you don't understand some words. Don't give up because at some stage, we all have it, we feel we're not learning as quickly as we might. Hang in there. You can succeed. So the people who come back to the English lessons time and time again on a consistent basis, guess what? They're the ones who speak better English at the end of the day. So hang in there, learn as much as you can. Okay, so they're the phrases that we would use where we want to encourage somebody. So 10 phrases in total. I'm going to give them to you one more time. You can do it. It might work out fine. Never give up or don't give up. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. You never know. You never know. And listen to my intonation, okay? Keep up the good work or keep at it. You'll succeed. Give it a try. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Keep pushing. Come on, keep pushing. And then finally, hang in there. Hang in there. You can do it. Okay? So 10 expressions of how you can encourage people in English. Advanced English lesson, try to use them, try to read up about them, try to put them in sentences and practice them, and you know the drill by now. If you don't understand something, you want some more help, www.englishlessonviaskype.com. I'm here to help you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Harry saying goodbye, and join me for the next lesson.